Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, here is your mathematics teacher Muhammad Amjad Saeed from Pakistan International School, Taif, Saudi Arabia. Today we will continue our lecture number 48 and exercise number 14.1 and question number 1, part 5. Here you can have, in part number 5, AD is given 4x minus 3, then AE is given 8x minus 7, then BD is 3x minus 1, and CE is 5x minus 3. Find the value of x. You have to find the value of x. Here, you can check. Here was DE is parallel to BC. Using theorem AD over BD, ratio of corresponding segment will be same, AE over EC. What about AD? 4x minus 3 over 3x minus 1 is equal to AE is 8x minus 7 over 5x minus 3. You may have cross multiplication in this way. Here will be 3x minus 1 into 8x minus 7, 5x minus 3 into 4x minus 3. This will be 24x square minus 21x minus 8x plus 7 is equal to 20x square minus 15x minus 12x plus 9. 24x square minus 21x minus this one. So here is 24x square minus 29x plus 7 minus 20x square. This will be minus 27. On the other side it will become plus 27. And minus 9 is equal to 0. 24x square minus 20x square is 4x square. 29x minus 29x plus 27x is minus 2x. Then it is minus 2. 7 minus 9 is minus 2. Equal to 0. Dividing by 2. So we are left with 2x square minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. Multiply first and last. Minus 2x square. 2x square minus 2x plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. Taking 2x common, x minus 1 plus 1 into x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x minus 1 into 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Dear students, x minus 1 is equal to 0. 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. X is equal to 1 and x is equal to minus 1 by 2. So this is the way we have found the value that we have x is equal to 1 and x is equal to minus 1 by 2. This is 14.1 exercise, question number 1, part 1. Yes. Question number 1, part 5. Basically, x is equal to 1 is your correct option. X is equal to minus 1 over 2 is not possible because length of the side is never negative. Because length of the side is not possible, so that's why x equal to minus 1 over 2 is not your answer. X is equal to 1 is your answer. So dear students, after that we have chapter number 14, theorem number 14.3. This is given to us 14.3. Theorem number 14.3. This is included in new revised syllabus 14.1.3. Theorem number 14.1.3. This is your page 233. The internal bisector of the angle of a triangle For example, we have triangle here. This is A, B and C. Internal bisector of angle of triangle. Suppose this is AD. This will be triangle ABC. Angle bisector of angle A is AD, which intersects BC at point D. We have to show that the internal bisector of angle of triangle divides the opposite side in the ratio of its arms. What is given? Again I am repeating. The internal bisector of angle divides the opposite side in the ratio of its arms. So what is the ratio of the arm of angle, that is AB and AC? That will be equal to BD and CD. What is given? In triangle ABC, bisector of angle A AD divides BC at point D. In triangle ABC, the bisector of angle A, which is AD, divides BC at point D. To prove this internal bisector of angle divides the opposite side in the ratio of its arms. So you can say that AB ratio BD is equal to AC ratio CD. AB ratio BD, AB ratio BD is equal to, or you can say AB ratio AC, that is equal to BD ratio CD. Remember that they are same. If you bring this AC here, BD up, that is same one. So AB ratio AC is equal to BD ratio CD, or you can say the ratio of AB and BD are same and ratio of AC and CD are same. They are same. So don't worry, this is the second option of your answer. After that, draw a line segment BE parallel to DA Yes. Now dear students, what is construction? Draw BE parallel to DA, which meets CA produced at E. Again, draw BE parallel to DA, which meets CA produced, extended CA at point E. So this is your construction. After that we have proof. We have proof, statements and reasons. Statement and reason. We have AD parallel to EB and EC intersects them. since AD parallel to EB and AC intersects them, remember that, and EC intersects them. Again, AD is parallel to EB and EC intersects them. Therefore, angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. These angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. They are corresponding angles. They are corresponding angles. Yes, corresponding angles. Also, AD is parallel to EB. AD is parallel to EB and AB intersects them. And AB intersects them. Therefore, angle 3 is congruent to angle 4. They are alternate angles. Yes, they are alternate angles. But angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. Angle 1 is congruent to angle 3 because this is internal bisector that was given. Because AD is external bisector. So, dear students, angle 1 is equal to 2. We have angle 3 is equal to 4 and 3 is equal to 1. So, we can have angle 4 is equal to 3, 3 is equal to 1, 1 is equal to 2, therefore 2 is equal to 4. Again, angle 4 is equal to 3, we have written, they are alternate angles, yes. 1 is equal to 2, they are corresponding angles. So 4 is equal to 3, but 3 is equal to 1 because AD is angle bisector. So 1 is equal to 3 also. 4 is equal to 3, 3 is equal to 1, 1 is equal to 2, therefore 4 is equal to 2. So angle 4 is congruent to angle 2. If angle 4 is congruent to angle 2, then we have the theorem that in any triangle, if the two angles are congruent, their opposite sides are also congruent. So you can say that, therefore, AB is congruent to AE. Because angle 2 is equal to 4, if the base angles are same, then two sides will be congruent. This is the well-known theorem, we have seen that in the previous. So, again, you know that as AD is parallel to BE, as AD is parallel to BE, therefore, according to theorem number 14.1, if AD is parallel to BE, then the ratio of the sides will be same. So, AE over AC, AE over AC is equal to BD over CD. This is theorem number 14.1. We are using that. If AD is parallel to BE, then the segments will have same ratio, AE over AC, BD over CD. But AE is equal to AB. So put this value of AE as AB. So AB over AC is equal to BD over CD. Dear students, that was your required answer. So that was your theorem number 14.3. After that, we have theorem number 14. Exercise 14.2, we did that. Dear students, I know that this exercise 14.2, there are the two questions which you have the idea. We can do it. Actually, they are MCQs. In exercise, this exercise 14.2, these are MCQs. And they are oral question, in fact. For example, exercise 14.2, we have a triangle A, B and C, and this is angle bisector CD. This divide the sides 12 and 10 and 12, and this is 6. What is this side? Dear students, you know that I told you just we have proved this theorem that if the angle bisector divides the opposite side in the ratio of its arm. So what is the ratio of arm? AC over BC, that was AD over BD. Yes, AC over BC. That was the theorem 14.1.3. So AC ratio BC is equal to AD ratio BD. What is that? 12. BC is 10. That is AD is 6, and BD will be like that. So what will be? What is the ratio? 2 6 to 5 2 6 12 to 5. So 6 is equal to 6. They are same. So BD is equal to 5. Your correct option is 5. That is A part. Similarly, you have second question, similar. Actually, this is an MCQ's question. So you have to bring your answer in this way. Question number 2 is AB, that is A, B and C. This is 6 and this is 3. That is D. And this is AC is 3, BC is 6 and AB. Remember that in your book it is not written properly. This AB is 7. So we have to find AD and BD. First of all, look at the ratio of these two sides. AC over BC, what is the ratio of these sides? 3 over 6, that is 1 over 2. AC over BC is 3 over 6. What is the ratio? 1 over 2. It means that if this is 1 and this is 2, AD will be 1 part and BD will be 2 parts. AD is 1 part because of that. BD is 2 parts because of that. Because of 2. Now, what is the total side? AB is equal to 7. You have to divide this 7 into 3 parts. Divide, so length of each part, or you can say length of one part, that will be equal to 7 over 3. This is 2, this is 1, 2 plus 1, 3. So 7 is divided by 3 to get your one part. What is the one part? You can check. Yes. 7 divided by 3. This is 2.333. Dear students, so what you will suggest now? Look at that. AD, therefore AD is equal to one part, that is 2.333. And BD is equal to two parts. Two parts mean multiply by 2, 2.333. That will be equal to 4.666. So AD is one part, 2.333, and BD is two parts, that is 4.666. If you add them, it will be 6.999, that is 7. So this is the way of finding your unknown values. After that, dear students, we have review question exercise 14, congruent triangle of same size and shape. Yes, it is correct. This is review exercise 14. Question number 2, similar triangles are of same shape but different sizes. Okay, it is correct. Symbol of used for congruency is this one. Yes, this is the symbol of congruent triangles. And symbol of similarity is this one. Yes, it is correct. And similarly, congruent triangles are similar. Yes, of course. Congruent triangles are similar and equal in shape, equal in size also. And similar triangles are congruent. This is not sufficient. Similar triangle may or may not be. Similar triangle may or may not be congruent. For example, these are similar triangles. These are similar triangles, but they have different sizes. So that's why they are not congruent. A line segment has only one midpoint. Yes, of course. One and only one line can be drawn through 2 points. Yes, these are the 2 points. You can draw one and only one line from these 2 points. After that, proportion is non-equality of 2 ratios. Wrong. Proportion is equality of 2 ratios. For example, 4/8 is equal to 1/2. You can take cross multiplication and check that they are equal. 8 is equal to 8. Proportion is equality of 2 ratios. This is wrong. Ratio has no unit. Of course, ratio has no units, because in case of ratio, we have the relation of 2 similar quantities. And similar quantities, if they have the unit will cancel each other. So as a result of that, ratio has no unit. Similarly, we have question number 3, 4, 5. We did these questions already. And you can check these questions. You can check these questions can be solved with the help of exercise 14.1. Question number 1. 14.1. Question number 1. You can make use of this question number 1, 14.1. You can solve these questions. I hope that you can do it very easily. First 2 questions are of 14.1, and question number 5 is, question number 3, 4 can be solved with the help of 14.1, question number 1. But in case of question number 5, you can take help from this question. 14.2, question number 2. After that, question number 6, in isosceles triangle PQR, find the value of x and y. Basically, we have here we have review exercise. Review exercise 14. We have question number 6. What is given? Here is PQR. P, Q and R. This is 10 centimeter. This is X. And here is Y. And this is 6 centimeter. Dear students, first of all, you can check. These are 90-degree angles. So here you have a triangle PQR. In triangle PQR, what will be that? Here in PQR you can take this as PA. APQ. In right triangle APQ apply Pythagoras theorem. In right triangle APQ you can apply Pythagoras theorem as tan square hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square PA square. Here is 100 minus 36 PA square, that is PA square equal to 64. Taking under root on both sides, PA is equal to 8. Here is 8. After that, these two triangles are congruent. So from here, if these angles are equal and perpendicular, and these two triangles are congruent in fact, then what will be? AQ is equal to AR. So Y is equal to 6 centimeter. Similarly, if this is 6, this is 8. So applying Pythagoras theorem even you can find X is equal to 10 centimeter. So these are your answers. They can be treated as MCQs in fact. After that we have chapter number 15. We have already done this theorem, chapter number 15, theorem number 15.1. We finished that theorem. And also exercise 5 you can apply Pythagoras theorem. Exercise 15 you can apply Pythagoras theorem to find your correct options, to find your answers. Similarly, there are some questions. For example, question number 7, 6 and 4. I hope that you can check these questions. Here we have exercise, this is chapter number 15. 15.1 theorem finished already when we received this reduced variables. And now we have exercise 15, question number 1. Verify the triangle is a right angle triangle. If A is equal to 5 centimeter, B is equal to 12 centimeter, C is equal to 13 centimeter. Dear students, remember that in right angle triangle, the largest side will be hypotenuse. It is always true. In any triangle, in right angle triangle, this largest side will be hypotenuse. And you know that using Pythagoras theorem, if Pythagoras theorem is applicable, then it will be right angle triangle, otherwise not. Here is 13 square, base square is 5 square suppose, perpendicular is 12 square. 25 plus 144, that will be 169. This is 169. 13 square is 169. This is 169. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. Dear student, therefore triangle is right triangle. This is correct. Similarly, you can do part number 4. And dear students, after that, we have an isosceles triangle. Here is, this is isosceles triangle. A, B, and C. Base is BC, which is 28 centimeter. AB is equal to AC, this is 50 centimeter and 50 centimeter. And AD is perpendicular to BC. We have to find length of AD and area of triangle ABC. We have to find two things. So dear students, that was your exercise 15. This is exercise 15 and that is question number 4 in fact. This is new question included here. So BC was equal to 28. Here is 28. Remember that these two sides are equal, isosceles triangle, and this is perpendicular, and this perpendicular always divide this base into two equal parts. Two equal parts mean this is 14 centimeter, here is 14 centimeter. 14 centimeter. And we have to find AD. So in right triangle ABD using Pythagoras theorem. What is that? AD square is equal to BD square is equal to AD square. That is 50 square and 14 square plus AD square. That will be 2500 minus 196 is equal to AD square. Dear students, 50 square is 2500 and then 14 square is 196. Here we have 2500 minus 196. This will be 2304, that is AD square. Take under root on both sides. Take square root on both sides. Take square root on both sides. Square root 2304. This is 48. AD is 48 centimeter. Yes, 2304, 48 centimeter. Dear students, after that, second thing was area of triangle ABC. Remember that area is equal to half base into height. 1 over 2, base is 28, height is 48. So that is 14 into 48. 14 into 48 multiplied by 48. 14 into 48 is 672 centimeters square. So that is your question number 4 of your exercise 15. And I hope that we will solve inshallah next two questions in next lecture. Okay, you can revise these questions. They are not so difficult, but they are new for you. So you must keep in your mind that you must know about the formulas required, and then you can solve them very easily. And be careful for revising your syllabus for the test to come and for the annual exam also. Okay, Allah Hafiz and Assalamu Alaikum.